Good morning, everybody. This is Kim Danke coming to you live from the Shibby Studios in Kennesaw, Georgia. Today is Friday. Yay! TGIF. It is Friday. It is July 30th, 2021, and we have 155 days left in the 2021 edition of the Game of Life. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with those 155 days? Are you going to continue doing the same thing that you're doing? If you're in maintenance, that's a great idea. Or are you going to make some changes that can help you get to that consistent spot to not have to be up, down, up, down, up, down? So let me know what you're going to do with those 155 days. When you hop on here, please say good morning, where you're watching from, and what type of Shibboleth day you are having. Now let me just show you something that I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to go ahead and journal right here, right now. So I'm going to mark my day IMF because that's what I'm doing. I'm marking how many ounces of water for sure I'm going to get in. I can always edit that, and I hit save. I have just marked my day. That is how simple journaling what type of day. Done. Over. I took like 5 seconds. So y'all need to mark what your day is. You want to create the visual in your timing chart that you have to tell you whether or not you're doing a good job, because the scale isn't always going to tell you that. Okay. So we need to have the timing chart. So we can use these things in conjunction too. So when we're on the scale and we don't like what we see, even though we feel like we've been doing our best, we have to trust that non-scale visual to say, yep, I have been doing my best. I'm not going to worry about what the scale says right now. I'm going to keep doing my very best, and this will all come together. Okay? Awesome. Let's see who's on here with me this morning. Good morning, Amy from Ohio, having an intermittent fasting perfect day. Thank you. You have a wonderful weekend as well. Hey, Melanie from Royston, a perfect day. Hey, Diane from Columbus, Mississippi. Perfect day while traveling to Kennesaw for the Mix and Mingle. So excited. I'm so excited too. I cannot wait to meet you. And I'm just so thankful that you're willing to drive that far. I love it. Thank you. Becky, good morning. Lake City, Florida, IMF day. Thank you. See, this is just me pulling some things out of the back of the closet. So thank you for telling me that, Becky. Good morning, Sharon, Hickson, Tennessee, taking her 3 grandboys to Lake Winnipesaukee. Fun. That sounds fun. I love that. I'm glad you're getting to do that. Cheryl, good morning. Having a holiday and a fun day with my husband, and we will be at the meet and greet tonight too. Awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. I don't know what that was for. Glad you're coming is what I meant to say. Michelle, good morning. IMF day. Today is going to be better than the last 2. Struggling the last few days for some reason. You know, actually, I think there's a whole bunch of people. So let's just whip that diet devil and stomp on his head. Michelle, right now, put your foot up and then down, and say, stomping on that. Yes, you're going to have a great day, Michelle. Good morning, Patty. Oh, goodness, look at that. There's my battle buddy, and she is down 2.4 pounds from one day of being perfect. And she was hungry, and she was having to embrace the growl. But look, down 2.4, it was worth it, because we've got to train our bodies. You know, when you train an animal, or you train, if you want a bush, if you're trying to train like a flower, like a rose bush or something to grow one way, you've got to train it. And it might not like it. It might want to lean this way, but then you got to train it this way. And then it might want to lean. So we've got to train it. Good job, Patty. She says she feels good too. That's wonderful. Good. Funny thing is, I am up 0.5 pound, even though I had a perfect day yesterday as well. But what for me, I ate late. And I don't normally eat after 4. And I ate at 7. So that food is still sitting there. because I hadn't digested it all as well as I normally do. So I'm up a half a pound. Hey, Diane, good morning from Kennesaw. Thank you for sharing. Y'all, the share button, bottom left-hand corner, boom, send it out there. Thank you. Thank you for always sharing, Diane. Diane's having a perfect day. Thank you, Diane. Are you and Kurt coming tonight to the Mix and Mingle? That will be awesome. Diane, 199.5. First time under 200. Praise the Lord. Yes, praise the Lord, Judy. That's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Michelle needs a challenge, buddy. That's right. We're going to have to challenge Michelle now. We're going to do that. Gina, good morning. Trying to get back on planet today. You can do it. You can do it. I was thinking about you yesterday. You can do it. And happy birthday. I hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all had lots of fun. Y'all need to find some challenge buddies, okay? Yep. Gina, we can get back and away from that, though. I want you to say FOFA, fear of feeling awful. Fear of feeling awful. Yes, thank you, TGIF from Michigan. Charlene, having a perfect day. Yep. Let's see, too much traveling and late events for a battle buddy right now. Well, that's why you want to do it, Michelle, because then it like keeps you, oh no, I can't do that because I'm battling. It's that extra layer of, ooh, I better do what's right. And with a battle, it's just regular Shibboleth perfect days. It's not a certain meal plan or anything. Good morning, Kathy. Oh, and also, if you don't have a perfect day, it doesn't throw you out of having the battle. It just depends on who's going to win or not. So you could still battle. It might, but see, that's the type thing that you could still do even when you're busy, and it might help you make some decisions that you wouldn't have otherwise if you weren't battling. So that's one reason that you do that. So it doesn't have to be, quote, perfect days if you're, I mean, you do if you want to win. But anyway, I think getting into the battle is the thing that helps people make these decisions. Good morning, Kathy from Michigan, having a perfect day. Yes, I love that. Charlene is congratulating Judy. That's awesome. Yes. Pamela, good morning from an IMF Day, Dresden, Tennessee. And Peggy, good morning. Awesome, Peggy. I look forward to meeting you tonight. That's going to be awesome. Okay, I have a story to tell. So, last night I had an event, and it started at 6 and it got over at 9, and it was a dinner event. Well, I don't normally eat dinner out. Hey, Marla, I'm glad you're here with me. Good morning. I don't normally eat dinner that late. I mean, it is rare that I eat dinner that late. Normally I eat something last bit at 4 and I'm done for the day. And so, I mean, there's like 16 hours of IMF every day. But I knew I'd already paid for this dinner and all of that. So I didn't eat anything. And I was hungry. See, one reason I eat so early is because once I've had my last meal for the day, I don't even think about food very much. Just maybe a little, but I mean, it's not a draw because I'm already satisfied and filled from the 4 o'clock meal, and I don't do anymore. Well, having to wait to eat got me hungry. So anyway, so I'm standing there waiting for them to open the events at the doors at this event. There's 500 people at this thing. And so we're all standing out there, milling around, waiting for them to open the doors. So finally, they open the doors and I go in. Well, let me start off with a little story about, I was wearing those jeans that I need to wear those heels with, and I did not want to get into that back and weird pain I was having from wearing those shoes the other day, but I needed to wear those shoes just while at the event, looking good. You have to pay your price. But anyway, so what I did was I knew I was going to be walking through a parking lot and a parking deck and all of that kind of stuff. So look at these little shoes I've got. All right, these are shoes. And so I wore these shoes out to the car, and I drove down there in these shoes. Well, my purse, I stopped carrying this big giant 20-pound purse because it was hurting my back. And this is my purse now for right now. So it's not very big. Not very big. Normally I could throw a pair of tennis shoes in the other purse I carried. But then I thought, well, how? How am I going to get from the parking deck through the parking lot, through this conference center over there, and where am I going to put these shoes? Because I wanted to walk in these shoes all the way over there. And so I brought a baggie because, okay, I don't know if y'all are like me or not, but this is going to touch the ground. And this little rubber part was going to touch the ground. I'm not putting that in my purse. I don't know what's been on the ground. So I was going to put them in a baggie, and then I was going to put them into my purse because they're about the size of an oatmeal protein pie. And I know that fits in my purse. So I brought this baggie. Well, when I got there, I decided to just walk over there in the heels. I just decided to walk over there in the heels and not because you're walking up and there's going to be people, and then you have to sit down, take your shoes off, do all that. So anyway, so I left this baggie and those little shoes in the car, and I wore these things, which in themselves are not uncomfortable. It's the fact that I had done a lot of walking in them that other day. So, but just walking to a conference and then sitting at a table, milling around, sitting at a table, that wasn't that bad. So anyway, I sit down at this table last night after they let us in, and what's on the table? The dessert is already on the table, and the salad is already on the table. So my eyes go to that dessert, and my heart kind of jumps. I mean, I'm like, look at that thing. And I don't know if y'all are like me or not, but I hope other people are like me. So I said, look at this thing. And so there it is. There it is. It's sitting there. And I've had this dessert before. They had it there 2 years ago. And I would have eaten that dessert last night if I had had any legitimate holidays left. I would have. But I didn't have any legitimate holidays left, okay? So here's the battle. I'm sitting there, and I wanted to like sit down, grab the spoon, and go right into that thing. I wanted that thing right then. And I'm like, no, it's not a holiday. You don't have any holidays left. And then this is the type thing that the devil will do. He's like, you could have that and just not tell anybody. You could do that. Well, no, I can't do that. But even if you are a person who does their best to stay the straight and narrow, even with the little things when it requires, integrity. Even if you are that person of integrity, he still tries to get you to do things that aren't right. He says, you could do that, and you could just not tell anybody, okay? So listen, I'm sitting there, and this is what's going on in my head, all about this little dessert. That dessert had to sit in front of me for 2.5 hours, too. So then the next thing that I'm over it for just a second, and then it says, just eat it. Just get a dang Diet Devil. What's wrong with getting a Diet Devil? And I said, well, to myself, I've never gotten a Diet Devil. I don't want a Diet Devil. This is the type thing that I say, don't cross the line, because if you cross the line once, it's easier to justify the next time and the next time and the next time, and then you're back up to, a full month of holidays, and I don't want that. So I'm like, no, can't do that. I mean, and there is a battle. I'm talking this vacillating. I'm quick too, back and forth, just mulling it over. And guess what the speaker was about last night? Fraud. The speaker was speaking on fraud and how he had knowingly and unknowingly committed fraud, and then he ended up in prison, and he was talking about that. And so I'm sitting there going, okay, I live the Shibboleth lifestyle. If I eat that on not a perfect day, then I'm not doing the Shibboleth lifestyle anything. I'm not doing them any favors. The lifestyle. I'm not helping the lifestyle out. So that would be lying. So all of this was going through my head. And then eventually, guess what popped into my head? You are sacrificing this dessert for his glory. Do you know that changed my perspective, and it really helped me out? Now, all of this time, there was also a salad sitting there in front of me. But it wasn't like it was okay to start eating the salad yet. It was like we first sit down, you want to say hello to the people that are sitting there, and not just like, because you hadn't eaten since 7 and you are normally, you hadn't eaten since earlier in the day, and you normally eat at 4, and people don't know what's going on in here around you. They don't know. So I was waiting reasonably till I could start to dig into that salad. So then I ate the salad. Eating the salad did not stop my desire to eat that dessert. Now, when the chicken arrived and I ate the chicken, I was all good. It was on top of pasta, and I did not eat the pasta. And then, let me just tell you, they brought me another chicken. I'm like, the Lord gave me a gift. They just brought me another chicken, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's funny. I didn't even ask for another piece of chicken. The lady just walked over and put a piece of chicken in front of me, and I started cracking up, and I ate that chicken. Okay, so, but it was all still enough to fit under there because it's small. It's at an event where you've got like 500 people, so they don't feed you big, huge amounts. And I had already not eaten the pasta. So, but wasn't that funny that the Lord, He gave me another piece of chicken? So sweet, so sweet. And when that lady walked over and put the chicken down, the other people at my table looked, and I said, I'm eating this chicken. Oh man. But anyway, it was funny how I was rewarded that. But let me just tell you something else. I'm sitting there in front of that dessert, and I thought, dang, why isn't that dessert in a glass I could take home? Why is that not in a thing I could take home? I could save that for a holiday. Ooh, I could save that for Sunday. But it's in a glass container, and you can't really bring that thing home. So then my mind said, dang it, wish I'd brought that baggie in. I could scoop that in here. What am I thinking? I'm going to scoop that mousse type dessert with all the crumbles and everything in there. What am I going to do when I get home? Am I going to zip this thing up? Am I going to cut that off and squeeze it into my mouth and eat it? I mean, the things that go through your mind, But I'm going to tell you, I love the shibboleth lifestyle. I did not need that stinking dessert. If I had eaten that, the way I would have felt this morning would have been worse than those 2.5 hours from last night. Okay, now let me just say, that all lasted about 30 minutes until the chicken came. Okay, so that thing sat there, but I wasn't disturbed by it after I ate the chicken. After I ate the chicken, I was full. I didn't even want that thing. And if they brought the dessert after the chicken, I might not have had to have all of those thoughts. But that dessert was sitting there when I sat down at the table. Woo! But anyway, I like to live within the guidelines of the shibboleth lifestyle. And I like to stay in my jeans. Little bit of dessert or looking good in my jeans with the heels and all of that. I'd rather look good. So that's what I choose. And then I'm like, okay, for His glory, yeah, I got it, I can do it. Plus I was battling Patty, and I thought, no, you can't do that, you're battling Patty. Now, seriously, in a battle, you can have fewer perfect days than the other person that you're battling, but you want to have perfect days, But all that went through my head, y'all. Goodness. So anyway, that's the story. And I'll have to read all your comments a little bit later. Yes. Oh yeah, I see that one from Patty. Scoop the mousse in a baggie. Yeah, I was like, why do I not have that? And then I thought, that looked ridiculous. What kind of person are you gonna scoop this in a baggie? Then how would you get it out of the baggie? I thought, I guess I'll have to zip it up and squeeze it the things that run through your mind about food. Oh, and you know what I'm just so happy about? That thing didn't win. So the lady that was sitting next to me, I said to her, I need a picture. You got to take a picture of me. And so I had her take a picture of me, and there I am holding the trophy. And I'm like, what do you want? Do you want to look good in your jeans? Or you want that little thing? It's going to taste good and give you a woo, yeah, it's good. Like a hit. Do you want that, or do you want to stay in those jeans. I want to stay in the jeans. Now, let me just say, if I had had an available holiday, I would have taken it and I would have eaten that. But it wasn't an available holiday. That's where all that came into. But you know what? Remember all those holidays I was having willy-nilly at the beginning of the month? If I had made a better plan, could have had a holiday. But I didn't. And then you have to stick with it. You're making the adult decision to trade out holidays and miss out on some things when you do that. So, anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and read this today. I'm telling you, the Lord has given us good things here at my house. So, with what he's talking about in these devotions. And it's called Thank Me for Trials. And it's quick. And this is Jesus talking. Jesus calling. Thank me for the very things that are troubling you. You're on the brink of rebellion, precariously close to shaking your fist in my face. You are tempted to indulge in just a little complaining about my treatment of you. But once you step over that line, torrents of rage and self-pity can sweep you away. The best protection against this indulgence is thanksgiving. It is impossible to thank me and curse me at the same time. Thanking me for trials will feel awkward and contrived at first, but if you persist, your thankful words prayed in faith will eventually make a difference in your heart. Thankfulness awakens you to my presence, which overshadows all of your problems. Psalm 116:17 is the verse. I will offer to you the sacrifice of thanksgiving, and I will call upon the name of the Lord. Now, we have talked about this something similar before, and how I said that we have to thank him in advance for things, and sometimes it sounds and feels awkward to say those. So it was really cool to read somebody else say that it seems contrived and awkward to thank him for trials, but you do it, and he'll show up, remind you that he's there, and show you that he's there. And so some things, my husband has had some things happen this week that seem to be those little God things. And we were talking about that last night, that it's good, that it's really good. Well, today's Friday, so I won't be back on the Shibby Show until Monday morning. If you are near Kennesaw, please come to our Mix and Mingle tonight from 5 to 7. If you are in Kennesaw tomorrow, please come by the shop. Our class is from 10 to about 10:45 is what I'm going to do. And then Sasha will be there until noon. And she would love to have her picture made with as many members as are willing to come. And we would love to have y'all there tomorrow as well. So please come by and see us. And tonight, if you're coming tonight, wear any Shibboleth shirt that you have. And then also save your snack and your extra for tonight. Save your snack and your extra for tonight. Yeah, thank you, Diane. I see that. I'm going to go back and read all those comments a little bit later. But y'all are awesome. And don't forget that I will be teaching Fast Track tonight at 7:30. So we've got that going on. And I'm not sure who's doing the How I Overcame Food Addiction and Lost Weight. Maybe it's Dr. Jim. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Make sure you journal, and please type in hashtag Shibboleth for his glory. Oh, and go to burnthickory.com. Burnthickory.com, the church, my church. The registration is open for the Bible study that y'all can zoom in on. Registration is open. Bye.